tell you what, today has been something of an interesting day, because it started out where I was working on some writing. And as a matter of fact, that's mostly what I've been doing all day, is trying to get my writing taken care of so that I can get back to doing some things that I really want to do. Although I do enjoy a certain amount of writing, especially when I'm doing writing that is just something that I've come up with that isn't the stuff I'm being paid for. Well, you know how it is. If you're doing it for yourself, you enjoy it more. You get more out of it, and you do a better job of it, and so on. Anyway, got a few stories written, got a few of my paid things taken care of, but it took all bloody effing day to do it. And it was not quite for a lack of inspiration. I had like 3 really good inspirations, and they turned into some really good, decent stuff. And anyway, the problem was that all day long, either my websites or my internet service provider itself has been up and down like a bloody elevator. You know, the websites come back up, and all of a sudden, boom, the internet goes down. And the internet comes up, 10-15 minutes later, the websites go down. All of them. And that's really frustrating, because not only do you need the internet and the websites up in order to post the stuff on the websites, but also having the internet up is kind of important for certain parts of the writing, because, well, you know how it is. There's times when you have to research something, you have to look something up so that you actually know what you're talking about when you're writing. It's important. It's a key part, an important part of writing reasonably decent stuff, or good stuff. Because if you don't know what you're talking about, it's going to come out like crap. You're going to look like an idiot. And it's going to be obvious that you look like an idiot to anybody with the ability to read. And so that's the fun I've been having all day long. And I'm going to be having more fun with it tomorrow. Although I'm hoping that the actual fun is actual fun, so that I don't have to deal with websites and internet services going up and down like an elevator. That's really infuriating. In other news, on the subject of WFRT news, in fact, several folks, both in the comments of the recent episode and privately, have expressed the opinion that perhaps WFRT news could do with an improvement or 3. There is, number 1, the issue that it is visibly obvious when I'm recording that I'm looking down at the script, and there isn't a whole lot I can do about that right now. I do have a teleprompter program, but it requires a certain physical setup, because the laptop screen would have to be directly above or immediately behind and above the camcorder, so that I can be looking at the screen and have it look like I'm actually looking at the camera, instead of looking down at it with it in front of me. And coming up with a way to do that without having it precariously balanced and ready to fall at the drop of a hat is something I'm still working on trying to figure out. The other thing about WFRT news that has been expressed by several people is that the fart sound effects that I use in that are either too much, too frequent, or too loud. And 1 or 2 people have expressed the thought that I would be best to just kill them altogether, remove them entirely. And I've been thinking about that, and I would like your input on that. Now, the reason I started putting them in the first place is because, quite frankly, I thought it was funny as all get out. I still do. But I can see where not everybody necessarily agrees with my sense of humor, seeing as how I imported it from Mars, and so on. So I would like to know what you guys think about that. and ways to improve the show in general. If you have a thought about that, hey, hit me up with it. I want to hear it, because I really do want to make this show a very high quality, entertaining thing, and that people will watch and say, hey, I got to see more of this, and hit subscribe. You know, I want to try to do that. And if that means the farts have to go, I'm quite willing to consider that. And other things. And like I said, I'm working on the looking at the camera thing. It's a little bit of a technical challenge. Anyway, that's where I'm at right now. And like I said, I want to hear what you think about these things, especially if you have not already expressed an opinion. I want to hear it. And that's where we are now, and I've already run so long the frog is going to have to wait till tomorrow. Take it easy. I'm out of here.
Here's the TinFoilChef.